Good.
Good.
Better?
We're getting better.
Yay,
Yeah.
Joe's alive.
Yeah, because you sounded so bad last week. No offense.
No, I did. It was the plague, man. It's good. I got a bit of a cough, but otherwise fine.
You got the man flu.
Plus, I'm off all week,
I
so
feel ya.
I get the rest up.
Did you spread your disease to other people?
Nope.
Oh, man. Why not?
Since I'm off, we could play Roll20 all week, right?
Oh, please, can we do that?
I hope you prep.
All right. So, when last we met the party, or in other words, last time on Dork Night Elite. So, you guys had. Why don't you guys take it over and stop at the clusterfuck?
Oh, that's
We
what I
got
was
back to
wondering.
town.
Yeah, we walked back to town with all of its shit. We put away our stuff.
At Otar's house.
Yep.
We met Clover.
Yep. There was a big party.
Yep.
We saw the pastor get drunk and with hose. Yeah. What else happened?
We had the big old fight.
Yeah.
We did some dancing.
Did some dancing.
Did do some dancing.
I also told you
Uh,
guys about my past a little bit, which
That
might be
is,
sort of relevant.
yep. And
Someone
then-
was harassing the blacksmith.
That's me.
then we also did some. We took a week off to get some shit done.
Oh yeah,
So I
cool.
guess we're only kind of like halfway through that at the moment.
Yeah, Gorban talked to Andre and Cora about finding the bishop. Like learning about the Bishop Romanus.
Mhm.
Lucius Romanus.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Oh,
we
yeah,
were.
tragic backstory bonding time.
Yeah.
All right.
I think that's it.
Yeah, that was about it. It's doesn't seem like very much, but yeah, there was a lot of role play in there. So we had left off with a bit of a scuffle. So as I said, we're going to narrate that just a bit, just to tone it down. Mistakes were made, and so Otar bursts into Merik's house, angry, as you could just see right off the bat. He is just furious, holding a torch in his lit torch in his hands. He begins screaming at the party about wrecking his belongings, and the trick that one or two of you may or may not know about, know something about, and pissed off. He's about ready to set the house on fire. At that point, there's a bit of a shoving match. Otar is getting completely out of control as Evie jumps on Otar's back, basically trying to get him to calm down. Otar, this just rages him even more. The veins on his neck are just bulging. He's bright red in the face, yelling as he's about ready to drop the torch and set the inside of the small wooden house that you guys are completely on fire. Out of nowhere, Merik, owner of the establishment, fires an arrow. You've never seen a shot like it in your life, any of you. Arrow streaks through, missing everybody and everything save for the torch, which then gets completely ripped out of Otar's hands and lands harmlessly within the fireplace, joining the already burning logs within. Otar, you're just struggling. Everybody's trying to calm you down, and all you see is red. Gorbin's, you're in a shoving match with Gorbin, which may or may not be a losing battle, but what?
Go to the
I'm just
chat.
talking,
Always
my bad.
irrelevant.
Sorry.
My bad.
Anyway, it's like I saw a couple words and I'm like, what the fuck? What are you talking about? Anyway, Otar is just completely out of control. Thus, it's addictive, and you all begin getting completely out of control, pushing and shoving, and then, thankfully, the torch had been rendered useless. But all of a sudden, Otar, you are in mid-rage. And any alcohol that you may have drank at any point previously in the day, that is long since gone. You are completely 100% sober. Off in the shadows of the cottage, away from the rest of the group, within a dark corner, you see a figure dressed in black, staring up at you. Little, what little you can see, you see this slight glimmer off of these dark red lips, and then a smile. It's the only thing you can really see under the hood. It pretty much covers the rest of the face, but you know who this is. Yeah.
Does everybody see her, or just Otar?
No, you guys are facing Otar. Otar is the only one facing that direction.
Got it.
Otar, you know.
Yeah.
And by the way, I hope you like the little write-up. But as you stand there looking off in the corner, you can feel that burn around your neck and the wound, that gaping wound that you had suffered. And you just suddenly you give up. It seems to take the will completely 100% out of you. The shadowed figure just nods in whether it's appreciation or affirmation. She nods as you calm yourself down. And every ounce of energy that you had is spent. All of you were standing there, it's pushing, shoving, kind of moving back and forth, and all of a sudden, out of nowhere, Otar goes limp. Just stops pushing and shoving and stops yelling. His face turns to a normal pallor, no longer red. You see his breathing begins to slow down as he just kind of slumps down onto the floor, grasping at his chest and neck. And Evie, as you as well. What? Not at the moment. Evie, so you see Otar just goes limp in your grasp. You basically almost like ride his back down to the ground. But you catch yourself and make a perception check.
Who?
Evie.
Motherfucker.
Okay. So You notice Otar has some scars on him. Not unsurprising, as he is a pit fighter. But as you stand there and staring down at that, you're suddenly taken to another place. And whether or not you want to share what you see is completely 100% up to you after the fact. You see the act. You see yourself performing it. You see blood, destruction, your power obliterating and any structures or people in its path. Unable to control. You've had nightmares over the years. Who wouldn't after some of the things you've been through? But you are shaken at the moment. You've always thought there's no way. Why would you do that? Now, I would ask you to make another perception check. Okay, getting a little better. Oh my god. So you notice within the dream, you hold that red dagger. That red bladed dagger, the new one. You remember that you never had that prior to just a few days ago. Could it be a confusion of memories? Could it be just a straight up nightmare? You're not sure. You're not sure about
the
anything.
dagger throughout the whole of it, or just at the very end?
That's what you're using. Through the whole thing.
Through the whole thing. Okay.
Yes.
Shit.
And you just... what seems like perhaps 10, 15 minutes or so, you just come to suddenly. Really, no time at all has passed. The commotion is still going on around you.
So Evie goes absolutely ballistic, not making any sense, thrashing around, tears everywhere, kicking out, just generally going absolutely insane. She's like a wild animal.
Gorbin probably would have seen this kind of thing before, right? Like, or
Maybe not
she's
to
like,
this extent.
yeah, probably not to this extreme, but like,
You've
or
seen,
she's like read somebody's mind and like freaked out.
You've seen Evie go blank, and as if remembering something tragic from her past. You've seen that a few times, without a doubt. But this is something completely new. You've never, you have seen her use her magical abilities where just magic flows through her and just expands in all directions. You've seen that to a lesser degree, but you've seen it. This is something completely out of the ordinary for Evie.
Gorbin's gonna like scoop her up and get her in a hug. It's okay, little one. It's okay. It's okay. I'm here.
I don't really take any notice of any of this, but then I see Otar on the floor, and I sort of rip myself out of Gorbin's arms, and I sort of run over to him and like turn him over, and I'm sort of pouring at his neck.
Yeah,
and then just sort of clinging to him.
clinging to him.
Yeah, sort of.
Like-
I guess he's
okay.
just like prone on the floor.
Okay, he doesn't go completely prone. He's kind of like slumped down, kneeling on his knees, just energy spent, like as if he just worked days in the mines and just nothing left to give.
Yeah, so I sort of paw at his neck and then just sort of throw my arms around him and don't let go, but still not making any sense or anything.
Make a perception check again. Okay. You feel, as you throw your arms around Otar's neck, you feel there is definitely a scar there. Feels definitive in its shape, as if something, not necessarily a blade, but as if something was necessarily pressed into him, or it's rather odd. It almost feels like braiding.
I'm in my mind, I'm sort of envisioning that this is like a stab wounds in the neck, so I sort of pull at his collar to try and have a look at this.
Okay. It is a red line that goes completely around his neck. Assumingly, or the assumption is perhaps made by a rope.
Okay, and then at this point, Evie's just exhausted herself out, so she's just going to sort of just flop to the floor and just sit down. And
That's 2. All right. So you all just kind of looking at the 2 of them. They have nothing left. They're both kneeling next to each other on the floor. Whatever animosity or whatever you want to call it that was or did exist, that's long gone.
I'm gonna scoop them up and like take them inside, like sit them down, and like make them some like tea.
Okay.
Is
I'll
make Otar.
Otar? Yeah, is Otar able to react at all? Like we're
Yes. If you want to try to speak or whatever it is you want, yeah, you can absolutely do it. You just,
Otar
as
is-
far as fighting is concerned or anything like that, you can't.
Yeah,
there's
of course.
Nothing.
Otar is just gonna kind of close his eyes and then look at Evie straight in the eyes. I'm gonna go get a drink. Do you want one? He's gonna slowly stand.
I sort of absent-mindedly nod,
All right.
but don't say anything else.
Okay.
Just hop over to the tavern slowly.
Most of you are kind of standing there in a what the fuck just happened state of mind. Merik and Cora specifically, like, you have no idea what just occurred. Clover, you're confused by it all. You don't know if this is a new mating ritual or something. You have no idea. You've never seen anything like it. But yeah, they the 2 of them, they exit the house, and they it looks like they head across the snow-strewn street and begin getting drinks. There is a local vendor out there still selling alcohol.
Yeah, I'm gonna like walk past him because I don't want to talk to people. I'm just gonna go to the tavern. They know if I sit down, they'll just put a drink in front of me.
Gotcha. All right.
Andre walks in like 2 minutes after they leave with a cup of tea. He's like, "So what's going on, guys?" Oh, is that a lit torch? It's not good in here, guys. Oof, try to put that out. Dangerous.
No, it did not. Corbin.
Cool. I just wanted to know where in the timeline I was at.
Yep, that's not yet.
Cool.
Soon.
Just wanted Yeah, Gorbin's gonna make them like some comfort food, like just some like soup or something.
Sure.
I was promised pie.
Okay.
Oh, yep. I'm gonna make everybody a peach pie of peas.
I'm going to pretend to help Gorbin, but we both know I'm useless at it and try to get translation on cultural behavior disconnect here.
If she's helping me, do I get advantage?
I think I just established that I'm not good.
No,
Gives you
she's
disadvantage.
Try.
But, I mean, honestly, just to make a pie, 14 is absolutely perfect. So
Sweet.
you don't need it at this level. No, there's no need for this ridiculous GCs yet. Later on, perhaps, but not now. Yeah, so you begin doing that. Merik and Cora. Let's see. Andre, you're having a drink with the other two.
No, I would have gone to the house because I wouldn't have gone to the bar yet. So I'll try to be up with Merik in the morning. Yeah.
Okay. You walk in and you just see you see Cora and Merik just kind of standing there, and a little bit of confusion on their faces as you walk in.
Mm-hmm. I'm like, what's got the mood so sour?
You mean other than Otar busting in the place and trying to burn us all down?
He did run around the house with the torch this morning. Guess that makes sense. No? That's one of the reasons I like him. He's straightforward, you know?
The remains of the torch are burning away in the fireplace.
I joined the Cora and Merik at the table. So wait, what's the plan? Are we going to stay in town for a week or so now, or have we already done that? Because like the festival's still ongoing, right?
Yes, the festival. Yes, this is probably the last day of planned celebration.
Mm-hmm.
Probably tomorrow, everything pretty much goes back to normal. The street vendors won't be out there. It doesn't mean people still aren't celebrating or enjoying the season, but for the most part, that goodwill that pretty much goes out the window after midnight.
Mm.
I know we changed things. Were we looking at going to that Burrows?
We should eventually, I think, is the answer. I think we should do either some prep or some scouting of it before we actually go to it. Is my suggestion, because we don't know what we're going to find there.
Yeah, and I'm not sure on the state of those two right now. Maybe some of us should go.
Yes. Wanted to definitely meet up with the group and see what our plans for the time being is. Still have this festival ongoing, so perhaps it'd be a good opportunity to mingle.
And Clover or Vera, which you prefer to be called?
If they're cool calling me Clover, Clover. Vera is my backup because Clover is not a people's name, apparently. I have been told.
Gotcha. Okay.
Is that like a dog's name?
Or cow.
Cow.
My name is Gorbin.
Oh, really?
I don't know why that one got me.
Wow.
Clover's like a goat or a cow or
Yeah, I can see Clover's a cow. Yeah.
Like some farm animal.
no, I like it either way.
That's why
it's
she
fitting
has a
for you.
backup name.
Mhm.
But to be fair, it also fits a pixie. Like,
Right.
Oh no,
exactly.
legitimately, her name is Clover.
yeah, like that fits a
As you
pixie
are aware.
perfectly.
All right. So Clover, you overhear them talking about a barrows. It's something you're relatively familiar with.
Yeah, you said that is over by the Nord people.
Yep, the bearded guys.
It is actually on the map, or was, right?
It is.
Yeah, it's still there.
Yeah, so if you see up here on the map,
South of Hvita, whatever.
yeah, after just south of the name, you'll see there's a put a marker there that represents.
Yeah, like a little fort thing or something.
Yeah, it's supposed to be like a monument or something. But
Okay, so that
it,
one's the burrows
yeah.
and the houses is the bearded guys.
Hvita.
Okay.
No. Yeah, the little houses.
Okay.
So, yeah, I mean, you overhear them. It's relatively interesting, considering
Yeah.
considering
Okay,
what you.
that area. Weird stuff. The people over there, really boring.
Does the bearer themselves have any danger to them that you're aware of?
I
Who
don't
has the
think
danger to a pixie?
these
Is a lot
sparrows
different than
themselves
danger
have
to a
any
person.
danger to them that I might remember. Tetanus if you step on a rusty old metal artifact.
You remember. I mean, up to you if you want to relay what you saw near there, which was right about there, and then you fled.
So like super close to there.
Yes, you
Mm.
you fled basically. Whoop. Wow, you fled south too, all the way from there.
Remind me, because I don't think we've said since last session why we were going to go there.
Andre. Shit. Right. Because Andre.
Yeah, Andre could fill you in.
Yeah.
What?
Why are we going to Hvita?
Yes. So I was given, or one of my ex-captors, or to assume if they're not lying, contacted me via one of those undead creatures, or seemingly telling me that if I wanted to find any information on my brother, that I needed to go there.
Not the town, the burrows.
The burrows near it, or the barrows near it, yeah. So, seeing where this information came from, I can only assume there's going to be more undead there. And I'm concerned it might be something we can't handle yet.
I would say we could skirt around there, but I'm pretty sure there's stuff we can't handle there.
We could potentially scout it out and then
over there and learn about what's going on over there.
Yeah, that's my thought. Is maybe we can scout it out and assess the danger level. Potentially put a bounty out on that area if it's too high for us. Because I'm sure nobody here wants undead infestation.
Yes.
We could go get nearby and go to the Hvita and find out if they know anything.
So you guys are discussing this. Otar and Evie. You guys are outside in the street, keeping warm near one of the fires that they have going out there. The locals crowding around, drinking, having a good time. You guys kind of stand there stoically for a while, just really not saying a whole lot of anything, just kind of sitting there or standing there and taking a few sips off of your ale. And Suddenly, there's a scream from somewhere in the crowd. As you see people turn around, it's not like the celebratory scream or anything like that, or a Ric Flair woo or anything. It is legitimately like somebody is scared. It is. You turn and you see coming down the path from the north. There are 3 Nords standing kind of in a triangular formation. No weapons drawn. One of which is just a rather hulk of a human being. The other 2, they have bows in their hands, but no arrows knocked. They begin walking down the street. They stop short of the celebration as people some people leave or take shelter within some of the buildings. And everyone in the house also hears this as well. Cora,
Was the scream
you're the... Oh, go ahead.
I'm sorry, was the scream coming from where the Nords are coming from, or the opposite side?
It came from outside. You're indoors. You are basically still cooking.
Yeah, I went down to the tavern with Cora and Evie to cook.
I think we've all got a bit fractured at the moment. Should we just say that everybody's in the tavern, but me and Ottar are like just outside having a drink or something?
Yeah, we'll go. I thought you were all at the house still. But, okay, so for clarification, everybody's in the tavern at the Salty Crone. Evie and Otar, you 2 are the only 2 outside. However, at the scream, Cora comes barreling out the doors, sword in hand.
I come out too.
Or kind of just looks up from his drink and stares at the Nords. He doesn't react to the scream.
I come out, but I come out behind Gorbun, for sure.
Okay. This is quite the unusual occurrence. They typically don't bother. They don't come into the villages very often. Once in a while for trading, but usually that is even on the outskirts of the city, more towards the tent city on the outside of Elderholt. However, these 3, they stride in and they stop. No weapons drawn.
I'm gonna say in Nordic, why are you here? What business do you have?
I'm here for Merik.
Don't know anybody by that name.
I walk up. Over here.
You see... Make a perception check. We'll go with that.
Do any of these guys have like similar tattoos to the cultists?
The cultists? No.
Yeah. Okay.
The tattoos? Yes. All right. So, Merik, with a 17, you're pretty sure you recognize this guy. Taking a look again, you recognize him as somebody that you basically grew up with. He's approximately your age. His name is Jorund. Let me type that. That's an I. Hello, Merik. He says, don't worry.
What brings you so far south?
He takes a look at the everybody else basically hiding or sitting in large clusters.
Just because some time has passed, do we all reckon that the scream was just somebody seeing the Nords and was scared?
You would assume that's a pretty safe assumption. They don't have any weapons drawn. I mean, as I said, the two towards the rear, they have bows in their hands, but they do not have any arrows knocked. They actually stand there. They don't have any sort of threatening appearance to them. I mean, other than the fact they're large Nords, and yeah, they could probably kill most of the commoners without a second thought. But it seems Merik knows this group, and as you ask him that, Merik, he says, "Harald Arnor, he wishes to see you. Come to Hvita."
All right, let me get my stuff.
What's that?
I said I'll gather my things.
Where does Merrick's going? We're coming too.
I start to follow after Merik, not even asking.
Merik goes to gather his things as the three Nords, they walk towards you, Otar. And they stop at the fire there and they begin warming themselves.
Otar just stays for a minute while they're all walking away and just stares at them before heading back to his house to go. Just kind of get the things he needs if they're about to travel.
Yeah. These three, they're of one of the, I guess you could say, friendlier groups. Based out of Hvita. Elderholt frequently does trade with them. Although usually it's either somewhere in between or in the outskirts of one or the other.
Who did this say wants to speak to Merik?
Yes.
So did this say a name, or was it just someone at Hvita?
The name. What was the name of the person?
Yep.
I'm just going to look to Evie and I'm going to say, I need some help grabbing my things. You mind helping me?
Evie shrugs and
Jarl,
follows.
that's basically like Lord.
Yeah, title.
Yep. In case you didn't know.
I played Skyrim.
I've watched Vikings. Yeah, so Merik, as you know, this is the Arnor is the individual from your past. But you grew up around Jorn. The other two you don't necessarily recognize. He introduces those as Jomar and Thorir. Let me write those in.
Is there the usual goods that they need?
Need?
Don't they usually want iron tools and stuff?
Generally speaking, but at the same time, at this point, he tells you that that is not why they're here. They're strictly here to get you. To bring you back. However, they do tell you that they are quite tired and would like to rest, at least for the evening, and then set out first thing in the morning. They made good time getting here, but the travel back is most likely going to be arduous with the group of you with them.
Do they want to camp here, or do they want to camp outside town?
They look around at the buildings. which aren't completely unlike those of their own village. And they tell you they'll stay on the outskirts. They'll wait along the north road. But they do help themselves to some drink and some of the food at the festival as they begin to relax a little bit and drink and eat a little bit. The remainder of the village seems to relax as people pour back out onto the street.
Whatever needs to be paid for, I'll pay it.
Okay. You can mark off like 5 silver pieces.
Okay.
And so you all, well, they definitely have your attention now. But as Joran stands there, he's eating basically like a skewer of chicken. This is good. And he looks to you. Long time no see, Merik.
It's been a while.
He nods, finishing a mouthful. And
What's the news from Hvita?
he shakes his head. This is not good.
Why? What's wrong?
He looks around, seeing that nobody in particular other than you and who you've pretty much introduced as your companions. He says, Tola is missing. Tola is the
Jarl's daughter?
Arnor's daughter.
How long has she been missing?
Days.
How did she go missing? Was she out hunting or?
Yes. Out hunting the group. They never returned. It's bad business.
Were they hunting near the burrows?
South of Hvita, they hunt. Perhaps towards the burrows, perhaps not. It's the Frostfells.
We came across the undead over at the watchtower and some necromancers. They looked like they were from that I forgot the name of it, that cannibal tribe.
Yep, I just posted it on chat. Frostfell.
Oh, okay.
That's the common pronunciation of it, and we'll leave it at that.
Sorry, is the Frostfell what they're blaming on the disappearance?
I think that's the location. Is it location?
Yes. Yeah, they are blaming the Frostfell tribe on the
Tribe. Oh.
Yeah, it's basically like it's not just a clan, or excuse me, it's not just a cult. The Frostfell, that is an actual tribe, or I guess you can call it an entire clan of Nords that live basically in an area, pretty much terrifying in any stories that you've ever heard of them. They're known cannibals.
Damn.
Generally speaking, anybody that goes missing off in the wilderness, it's pretty much assumed that they were potentially taken by that tribe and disposed of. for lack of better word. Well, to be polite, I suppose. But
They were invited for dinner.
yes, invited for dinner indeed.
I feel like I'm sorry. I understand circumstances are bad. And this is a very noble quest, but who are you to Merik?
I am an old friend. Merik grew up with me in Hvita.
So he is one of your tribe? Are you, Merik? One of the
Merik,
tribe? Are you?
actually, Yoran defers the answer to you.
Oh,
Merik.
I was kind of waiting to see what he said.
Yeah, he defers the. You were taken in. No one has ever questioned it, but he's. You've been gone for some time. He's looking to see what you say.
Yeah, the Jarl is like my father. He raised me. Toll is like my sister.
I'm sorry. Forgive my rudeness. I'm Cora. And I extend my hand.
All right, you do, and Yoran looks you up and down, nods, and shakes your hand firmly. Well met.
I would be very interested in helping you out. I know I'm not the focus of this question, but Merik is a friend, and I would be happy to help.
Gorbin would go over. If you're a friend of Merik's, you're a friend of mine. I hand him each a piece of pie.
They kind of look at it suspiciously, but basically motioning to them that it's food. They take a bite, and the alarming look of surprise just lights up their faces. They're like, oh. And it's delicious. They probably have never had anything quite like that as they devour it.
That'll be 10 silver each.
They spit it back out.
He's running a racket over here.
I'm kidding. I slap the big one on the back.
It's like when somebody hands you their mixtape and tells you to pay for it after it's already in your hand.
Cora's secretly happy he didn't use a spatula to feed it to him.
The spatula
Right in their face.
It's a ladle, actually. That's what I use to feed people.
The ladle pole.
There we go.
So how many were in the hunting party?
5 total. None returned. He leans in. He says, "We found one." And he shakes his head. Not much left. As if attacked by a great beast. Perhaps he was, but knowing the Frostfells are involved, I think there's more.
Well, this does align with our needs to get in that area anyways. So.
Will we pass the spot on the way back to Hvita?
I'm sorry, what did you say?
Will we pass the site where you found him on the way to Hvita?
Yes. We shall stop. We examined large wolf, we think. Very
wolf.
large. Very large.
Was it white?
We don't know. We have not seen. Only tracks.
A couple of us have seen a white wolf when we were at the tower.
Not uncommon in these woods, white wolves. But you say this white one was big?
Yep.
Perhaps it's the same. Perhaps. We shall see. As he throws down yet another tankard. He seems to be getting, all three of them seem to be getting more color to them again. As they were quite... The heck, dude? Sorry, it's my son throwing a cup in the sink. They were quite frozen when they arrived, cold from the long trek. But now that they've had some food and some drink, so you continue to question him, talking about recent activity in Hvita, different people that you've met. Meanwhile, Evie and Otar.
So,
Yeah.
while we're walking to Otar's house, Evie asks, so your eyes were pure black. What's that about?
The gods are a curse. What can I say?
You're cursed?
Why do you want to know? Why do you care?
No reason. Just curious.
I need to get some gold. It's going to be quite hard with all these fucking rocks here, but whatever. Otar's going to head inside of his house and, get the gold that he stored there. Not all of it, but some of it. How much do you want? I was gonna take 400 just in case we need to buy anything.
Yeah. Evie doesn't really have any opinion.
Sounds good. Grabs 400 gold, puts all of his other away, gets back out, then heads back in, grabs the project he's been working on. Then he heads out with Evie. Suppose we better go back to Merik's house.
Okay. All right, you gather up the gold, and so what?
Who's gold?
Our gold.
Oh, yeah, Otar went back and grabbed a little bit of it.
Yeah.
Are we? Have we had the long rest then now?
Oh yeah.
Oh, so the project would be done by now? Okay.
The one with the
Yeah.
inks.
The inks. The inks. It's common. So.
Well, I have a question, Evie.
Yeah.
Is that
Yeah.
something? Is that something you would have been willing to do, considering what happened on your first attempt?
So you're referring to me doing my project, now helping Otar with his?
Yes. The first one, well, you had a little bit of a
Yes.
issue.
What did Otar's involve? It was just sort of...
Magical infusing ink.
Yeah, I mean, you're imbuing, but this is a little less difficult.
I think she just makes sure that she's not going to get startled or disturbed.
Okay.
She might have told Otar a little bit about what happened. Not the full thing, but she'd have mentioned that she was trying to imbue something and somebody startled her and he got hurt. Probably no more than that. So she'd have just said, yeah, make sure that not going to get startled. Yeah, apart from that, she'd be happy to help again.
I don't understand this whole magic thing. So I'm getting these. I just thought it might do some well. Just wait till like 5th level. Just round up.
Well, we'll just have to wait and see.
He just turns his head and looks.
He turns his head. He's like, "You're suddenly more attractive for some reason."
Brother? Sister? Sister? Brother?
Yeah. So if the inks are done, then I'm not actually, I'm just gonna keep them on me just so they're not taken.
Yep.
15
you can you can leave them at home or you can take them with you.
Yeah, I imagine it's not more than like a vial just for a single tattoo. So.
Yep.
Yeah. I'm just gonna bring them with me then, just so no stealing. I'm also going to put like on here that if you touch my shit, like a note that says if you touch my shit, you will die. I have ways of seeing who's here.
Yeah, well, basically, Otar, you kind of have that no girls allowed sign on the outside of your door.
Yeah,
and,
pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah, dogs are dangerous, that kind of thing. Yep.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Forget dog, beware owner.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I imagine I've been here for a couple of years. People know not to mess with my shit.
Yeah, protected by Smith and Wesson. Yeah.
Yep.
All right. So yeah. So you guys take care of pretty much everything, and the Nords, having finally drank their fill, they head off to camp. More of a little bit of a stumble, but
Do they have enough gear, weapons, and all that?
oh yeah, they have tons of gear, and basically they travel pretty light. Generally speaking, any food that they get, they catch along the way, slaughter, cook, eat, wash, rinse, repeat. You actually see that there are a couple of, although stiff, but they have some furs rolled up. They look relatively new, uncured, but it looks like they're eventually going to use some deer hides. So they head off. You all pretty much, the festivities continue on way into the wee hours of the morning. This typically is the biggest day of celebration, as being the last. However, most of you don't necessarily feel up to the task. Between the different things that have happened to each of you the past 24 hours. So eventually you all pretty much head off to sleep. Otar, you pretty much take up the chair in your house. And I'm pretty sure everybody else is in Merik's place.
I would be at Otar's if I could.
What's that?
I'm just gonna look at him, point to the rocks, which I have not moved yet because I'm too tired. You can try and sleep in the bed, but I mean, it's not that useful. You can go in the shed, all my work's done in there, but there might be some blood. There's the back. I don't know where you're going to sleep.
I attempt to shift a boulder, and once I realize that just seems really stupid, I go to the shed and sleep there.
Yeah. It's a small shed, just a single table. Blood is splattered everywhere. There's a couple bones from a recently killed kobold. And yeah, it's just very small. You can sleep on the table. I mean,
I throw a fur over it.
okay.
Like one of the
All
ones I
right.
have in my travel pack.
All right. You do. And the remainder of you are at Merik's. You crash for the remainder of the night. All right. So,
Just to clarify, we are level 2 now, right?
Yep.
With everything that entails.
oh yeah, definitely.
Cool. I just want to make sure I get my level. 'Cause I didn't do my health yet. I did everything else, but I didn't do the health.
Finally got some sorcerer points. Oh yeah.
Oh.
All right. So, Gorbin, as you sleep, you begin to have a dream, nightmare, actually.
Mhm.
You
Out of salt.
tossing, turning. It's also real. It's as if it's happening all over again. Everybody in Merik's house, you suddenly hear the
It's a-
furball.
Just a,
The furball screams and jumps up out of bed.
You hear like a wet whack on the ground, like just like a really like wet cloth just hitting the ground.
Evie jumps up and like she'd have probably stayed close to him anyway, but she jumps up and sees what's going on.
You see Gorbin standing up, no shirt, standing over in the kitchen, pacing back and forth, rubbing some of the hair on his head backwards as it appears to be slicked back. You see his skin is reflecting some of the light as you see Furball. Yep. So you see he's actually go ahead and describe what they see.
So nobody's really seen Gorbin without a shirt on, but he is covered in scars all over. Like all over his chest, all over his back, but on his back is the worst. It's just covered in burn scars mixed with like whipping scars. Just covered all across his back. And you would also notice on his left like bicep, like his upper shoulder kind of, is a black rook tattooed right there.
Rook? Like
Rook.
chess?
Yeah. Like from chess, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, not the bird then. Like a little castle.
Yep, little
Oh.
castle. Like
Yeah,
a
little
piece.
castle, yeah. But yeah, just everywhere. It looks like there's like stab wounds, some like cuts across his chest.
They're quite horrible. And as you all are just kind of like, you're not saying anything, you're just kind of staring at him. And they're
Evie goes up to him and puts her arms around him while he's pacing whatever and says, "What's up? What's up, Gorbin?"
As soon as you touch him, he like throws your hand off him. Just like, and kind of looks at you like slightly afraid.
I kick his shin and go, "It's me, dummy."
Evie, oh, I just Just had a wet dream. Yeah. Obviously lying.
Jesus Christ. She's my weapon and go back to sleep.
Sorry to wake you all up. Just had a nightmare.
Oh dear. People keep saying serious things and then laughter over it because of the shit being written in chat.
Merik, you wouldn't have seen it before. You would have been very close to very attentive to try and hide it.
Yeah, it definitely not something any of you are familiar with. Even when it's hot, and even when he's working in the kitchen, you've never seen anything like this. How anybody could withstand that amount of damage or cuts and burns is completely 100% beyond your comprehension. So, with that, Gorban goes about and begins cooking. And eventually begins to calm down enough
Making some,
to
pancakes.
Yeah, so where it basically seems that he's calmed down for the evening, as if whatever happened is done and over with.
Well, I assume you all have questions.
No, we don't, Corbin. If you want to tell us something, tell us.
120 years ago, I was taken to the abyss.
Wait, what?
120 years ago.
No. Yeah. I got that. Yeah,
He's stuck on the other part.
I was taken to the abyss. My clan was there's a portal that Vorzul opened up where demons pour out from, and our task is to protect this plane from the demons that come through that. And one night I was taken deep into the abyss. And
Who is
taken by
Vorzul?
a demon god of evil that the saviors saved us from. That's why we celebrate Savior's Day. They defeated him, letting the other gods tame him in a sort, letting him be in line with all of them.
Cora's never heard of it. She assumes it's the culture.
But I was taken by an ancient enemy of our Farvalg. What's his name? Avenith, the Devourer of Champions. I was taken by him and tortured every day till I died. And they would bring me back just to torture me again till I died. Until a group of my family came and got me. Many of them died trying to get me out. But we finally got out, and I see it every night. Just the horror of this mal-shapen, stitched-together man whipping me with a fire whip, cutting me open with an axe, taking out my guts and feasting upon it, staring at me, laughing. It's just
Cora just at him uncomfortably and Perhaps maybe I should cook you some breakfast?
There's, I just, you wouldn't understand. Just the pain, the burning, the hopelessness, being all alone, figuring that was going to be the rest of my fucking life. And I live for fucking ever. And I'm sorry, Evie, that I looked at you in fear. It's just, you have the same blood that they do. And it scares me sometimes. Because I don't know. Because of that situation, I look at her poignantly. I don't know if you're ever going to just snap and take me back to the abyss to be tortured to death all over again.
Hey, I was killing them with you for years.
I love you. I love you with everything that I am. But for an entire year, I was tortured to death and brought back. It's a little hard to get over.
Why didn't your family tell me about this?
I told them not to. I'm sorry I didn't tell you, but it's a little sensitive of a subject. And this tattoo, I point to the rook, is just basically a brand they gave me, just so I can remember it every fucking day, along with these fucking scars. Do you have any idea what it's like for your heart to be ripped out and eaten in front of you? It's horrifying.
I give Goblin a bit of a monkey scrub, and I promise I won't kill you.
He actually giggles a little bit. Just, I know. I just forget sometimes. I'm sorry. I love you, little death, with all of my heart.
Love you too, Gobblebottom.
Gives her a hug. Who else is in there? Merik and Cora and who else?
Probably Clover.
Everybody, right? Other than Andre and Otar, right?
Clover.
Yeah,
Clover's
Clover's
dead,
there,
I
so-
figure I'm outside at the window.
You probably would have. Yeah, you probably would have heard.
Clover
Cora.
just being a peeper.
That's what I do, man. It's my job.
I'm sorry for bringing this all onto a young one like you. You didn't deserve to hear all this, but it's the reality of everything. Demons fuck everybody. There's evil in the world. And the church isn't doing fucking anything about it. And they
Who are you
kill all the
addressing right
people.
now?
Huh?
Who are you addressing right now?
Flora.
Me?
Yeah.
Oh. Okay.
I'm
Say
sorry I
again?
brought you into this. Yeah, sorry. I'm sorry I brought you into
Oh.
this. I'm sorry I woke you up for a young and like you. You're only a wee lass, but this is how the world works. There's evil everywhere. Demons fuck everything. And the church killed all those who was protecting this plane from demons. So who knows who's gotten out at this point? That's why I fucking hate your kind. You're a good lass. You really are. I fought with you. You've saved my life. I fought with you. But your church-going folk are fucking shite.
Yeah, lost words, because he is as naive as you suspect, probably. I mean, but even like so, you have stories where like some church official was probably caught like stealing or something like that, and was burned or reprimanded or hands cut off or whatever. But she'll nod at him anyway, like trying to understand, just to make him feel better.
Here, to make it a little bit more real, he bends down and like puts his back to her, touches.
She does so hesitantly.
There's like a groove, like a good like inch in.
And it's hot to the touch.
Yeah, like yeah,
Fucking inch, ouch.
yeah. It's deep.
Like she just pulls her hands away and like looks
This
really
is what
sad.
this is what demons do. This is what my people protected you from. But the church decided we're heretics for dealing with them, and poisoned my clan, melting the flesh from their bones.
I'm certain there's some good out there. You must have had somebody worthless to help you. There has to be so. I'll help you.
He looks over at Evie, just like, she was the light in my life. After I lost my wife and daughter,
Evie's the light
She
of your life.
he looks over at Evie. My daughter
Yeah.
looked a lot like you, and I called her Little Death too, because she was a little rambunctious shit. She killed a bear by herself when she was 10. I'm sorry I woke you all up. It's nightmares get to me sometimes.
I don't have anything to help them. I'm sorry. I'm only level 2.
He kneels down in front of Cora. Cora, together, I know we could change this world. You, me, Evie, Merik, Otar, Andre, and Clover. I know that we are better, or even equal to, the heroes of the coast. We could change this world for the better if we work together and not fuck each other like we've been doing. I know we're all fucked up. I know shit has happened to all of us. But if we work together, we could change this fucking world.
I would be happy to make a difference with you, Gorbin. Just keep that delicious food coming.
Of course. He actually gives you a hug. Like, he hasn't given you a hug before.
I gladly hug him back. Yeah, we've been through some shit and that.
Here.
Okay. With that, you finish cooking and preparing.
That's for everybody.
Yeah, some of you end up going back to sleep. And before you know it, it is dawn. The sun is just beginning to rise. As you all begin gathering your belongings for the long trip north. You gather everything, and you meet up outside of the Crone. This is pretty typical.
Otar arrives with a little button on his shirt that's new.
All right, Merik has his horse.
Yep, I get the donkey.
Cora, are you taking your horse?
Yes.
Okay.
I brought 6 bottles, Cora. Who do you think I am?
Whether he's going to share it is another question.
Do you need me to get more? This is from me.
I
That's
just
demon that
needed
took me just 1 minute. Have it spelled out.
All right. So you head off out the north road towards basically the shanty village or the tent village, where you meet up with the waiting Nords. Breathing into the mic.
keep doing it. Keep doing it.
So
Give me like 5 more minutes.
Eormund is waiting at the head with the other 2. He nods at all of you and come, let's be off to Hvita. And
I give them some pancakes.
You what?
I give them some pancakes.
They nod in appreciation, thanking you. As you can imagine, they probably had either dried meat.
Oh yeah,
or,
I figured they had some like shit food. So like, Gorbin's like natural. Like you need some food. He's like an old grandma. Her, you can have some more.
And you travel. It is a mostly clear day. The sun beats upon you as you're traveling north. However, it does very little to remove the chill from your bones, as it is rather windy. Crossing territory that most of you have never really seen, you continue northward. There is a road of sorts, more of a foot trail that leads this way, but it is buried under about a foot of snow, perhaps more. By halfway into the day, you arrived at the foothills of there is a set of mountains that shadow the coast off to your east. Large rocky outcroppings soar into the air, most of which are completely covered in snow. On your way, you encounter very little other than a few rabbits, deer, not a whole lot of anything, most of which are off in the distance. They pay you little mind as you continue your trek northward. As you it begins to get closer to the evening. It gets dark relatively quickly as you are in the forest, traveling basically along right next to the mountains. There are a lot of rocky outcroppings here or there. Off in the distance, though, as you reach a rise above some of the other forest, it opens up, revealing what must be a campfire about a half-mile away. You could see the smoke, the tendrils of the smoke just leaning up into the air. And the three Nords say, we stop, make camp. We have a site we used earlier. It's just over here beyond the trees. And
Well, since you've traveled here before, anything we have to keep a lookout for?
What's up?
Well, I ask him like, well, since you've been out this way before, anything we have to look out for other than the fucking undead?
Frostfells, or the wow, I didn't even mean to go Scottish there. And so Frostfells, wolves,
It's infectious, I understand.
wolves, trolls, ogres, a lot. There's much beauty and peace within the forest, but much evil as well that comes down out of the mountains. That campfire beyond. Do you think we should check?
Well, might as well, yeah. Better sneak up on them than them sneak up on us, yeah.
He nods. So you're in Merik. Perhaps you should go examine the camp. See what there is to see. If it's Frostfells, we shall kill them to a man.
All right, let me leave the horse here then. We're gonna sneak up.
Basically, he leaves the other two, Jomar and Thurir, leaves them there to get the camp ready and watch the horses.
What did the Nords think of the little forest folk?
Yeah. Who all wants to go have a look?
I guess I'd go with. I guess I'm not good at it, but I guess I go with.
Yeah.
So if you're not sneaky, why would you go?
If Gorbon's going, I guess I'm going because I mean,
I'm 10 foot tall, 400 pounds. I'm not sneaky.
it's just a recipe for disaster if he's going. So
Yeah, Thor is not much in the stealth.
So basically,
I
could,
could
but
along,
it's
but
not
I think
worthwhile.
I am currently in Merrick's jacket anyway.
Merik pretty much just said, "Wait here," and then we all followed him behind him.
I'm not following.
I'll go with Merik.
Yeah,
Stop
I'll go
going!
as
The whole party's gonna go.
Well, I don't want Merik to die.
Yeah.
You're gonna get
He's
him
like
killed
my-
by stomping about.
He's like my son. I got to watch over him.
He's supposed to be the ranged one. We need to stand in front of him. Now, why Gorbon's
See, I
coming,
can't
I have
trust
no idea. But, I mean, like...
I can't watch what you say, Andre. You already died, so like, we already know your choices suck.
Like suggestion, like Evie, can't you stay in contact with him if he's in trouble? He can just send us a message.
Um,
Can you let me get ahead a little bit?
what? Actually, I don't think there is a range
Oh, of
to
course.
Place of Thoughts.
Yeah, you can go up
Oh,
ahead,
okay.
but like, I want to go with. You know what I mean?
You have to see it.
You can go like 30 feet, 40 feet ahead, but I just want to be there just in case something happens. You know?
Yeah, same. I want to be at least 60 feet away.
Nothing
Closer.
happens
I was
if the
30
two stealthy people go.
I tell Gorbon that I'll look after Merik.
I mean, if everybody's going, I'm not standing with the fucking horse. So, I mean, I
Clover.
can't do that, nor would I.
I think that's the best idea is to send both the Butterfly and Merik by themselves. They seem to be most stealthiest.
She's a moth, you fucking racist bastard.
At least he didn't refer to me by my plane.
You keep calling me undead.
Evie is stealthy
He's
as
a
well.
racist.
What would you call? You died, right?
I'm not dead. No, you racist.
You died before,
I'm a
right?
human.
You died.
I didn't die.
When did we get to
You're dead.
racism and death? I just called her a butterfly because that's what she looks like.
She's a moth. Look at her fucking wings. Look like a Like I point, like if she let me, like I spread out her wings. See, moth wings.
You would have to reach into Merrick's coat and pull me out.
Yeah, I don't
Sure.
see her anyway, so she's the
Use the Nords,
stealthiest.
which I
by
am down
far.
for.
Maybe we should just send the donkey.
Lathander will know what to do.
He
Send
is
him in.
pretty stealthy.
Or like, for once, I agree with Otar.
Josh,
Yes.
invasive thoughts. I know I need to be within 30 feet to establish the link, but once that's established, is there a range, or is it just
No, you would still need to be within 30 feet.
okay?
The link will reconnect once you do get back within 30. But
Okay.
There's a bunch of people over here. We're screaming about racism. Yep, that sounds like our party.
whoa. Merik?
I don't know what to draw dagger. That was nothing.
Merrick's like, fuck you guys, and just throws a dagger at everybody.
Can I help him be stealthy? Like,
Yes.
look out of his jacket.
Yeah, you hear a little voice saying, "I can hear you. I can hear you." So
Meanwhile, they die of old age.
Hey, listen. Hey, listen.
Damn it, you caught me out.
all right. So Matrix dodge, nice. So as you begin approaching what you believe to be a campsite. Oh, nice.
Wait.
Wow.
Wait.
Holy cow.
The stealthy
Oh,
giant.
Suggestion.
I'm just gonna watch the Nords. I don't trust them at all.
I'm gonna feed the horse.
Yep, this is
Did-
why I don't trust them.
Okay. Cora, did you go with them following behind or?
Jesus Christ, no! I'm wearing heavy armor. There's no way I'm stealthy. I'm like the stealthy, and then I'm on the opposite end of the spectrum. I sound like a walking bag of like marbles.
Oh,
And I
Well,
am
You're
the
the Pike of this campaign.
yeah.
Okay, so who did not go? Was it just Cora?
Andre didn't either.
Oh wait, hold up!
Otar didn't
Cora,
either.
Andre, and Otter.
I'm watching those fucking Nords.
Yeah, I'm with the Nords.
Oh gosh,
I also
And
feel
on
safer
that-
with them.
Otar
Yeah.
did not.
No,
It's
I'm
the four people
watching.
that stealthed in chat.
Yeah, I'm watching them, so like making sure that I don't hear anything bad, but because then I'll run over. But yeah, no, for now I'm just staying here.
All right.
let's
How
leave
far
the
is
rolled with the big strange men.
How far is the fire from where we set up?
About a half mile.
Okay.
So
it's like they were gonna like, hey, Otar, Cora.
Oh, yeah, I probably would have gone. I thought we were only like a couple hundred feet away. If
no, it's
it
about
was
a half mile.
yeah, if it was a half mile, I would have went then. Yeah. So I guess I'll roll stealth as well.
Why are we being stealthy again? Wonder.
Half mile is way too far.
Well, like
away.
we're trying to like get information to come back to these guys so that we can attack with them.
Oh,
So if you guys engage in a battle without them, I'm sure they'll be unhappy for one, and two, we'd be missing part of our force.
Yeah, we were just kind of scouting out first.
we're looking for a couple meat shields.
I just wanted to make sure if like somebody like fucked up that I was there to be like, hey, here's a fucking Twinkie.
Yeah,
In case they got hit.
I wanted to be close, but I mean, half a mile. Fuck yeah, no.
All right. So can you guys see?
Yep.
All right. So hold on. There we go.
Are these alive ones? I'm guessing so. Yeah.
Yes. So as you arrive, you're kind of on higher elevation, kind of up on a hill. That is what you can see. You can see past the trees. You see there is a campsite. 2 ogres sit about it. They have basically they're holding basically spits with some sort of meat attached to them. You see some sort of animal sleeping near the fire next to them.
What kind of animal?
Some kind.
All right. It is a giant boar.
Oh, cool. Wait,
Do we
which is it?
recognize the
This one?
giants? Are they giants or?
Okay.
They are ogres.
Ogres. Okay, we know what's here. We can walk back now.
Yeah, I'll go get everybody else. You guys still here? I'll be right back. Keep an eye on them.
Why are we sending you? Okay, bye.
Maybe Otar should go because he's the least stealthy.
Yeah,
Or
there you go.
maybe the pixie who has a 40 fly speed.
Yeah.
I
I totally forgot she was like super fast.
I thought I had a 30 fly speed. I have a 10 walk speed and a 30 fly speed, I thought.
I apologize. Yes.
If you
That
want to
is
say
correct.
I have a fly speed.
No, I was looking at something else. No, yours is indeed 30. Sorry. But
I mean,
you
I
also
can-
don't have to touch the snow. So
Yeah.
you can literally,
Clover.
it's a much easier
It's probably
trip
still
for you.
faster though.
And
Yeah,
it is
and
also
I can
much,
dash more because I'm a rogue.
Yeah. and it's much quieter if you zip through the trees flying. All right.
Clover, go get everybody else.
And she is already gone.
All right. And so Clover flies off. Cora, you see Clover zips past and stops, landing basically on top of the horse as you're kind of brushing it down for the evening.
Are the Nords still awake?
Yeah.
Like no one went to bed, right?
Nope.
We're all ready for battle.
So I just want to fly around like in a big circle over their head, just kind of drop some pixie dust on them, and then go land on Cora's shoulder.
Okay.
Is everybody
Just to be
okay?
obnoxious. So there are 2 ogres. When I left, they were not doing anything, but they might be doing something now because you know how they are.
Yes, I'm familiar with the ogres. Okay.
Oh no, and our friends, but yeah, them too.
Oh, okay. Are we gonna get these guys or?
I don't know. I asked the Nords what they want to do in Nord.
Nords? Mo, Larry, Curly?
Eorndis. Ogres. And they, the 2 have their bows. Each of them has a sword they have at their side, and Eorn has one of them stay back at the campsite.
Oh, bitch, dude.
And then he stops and he looks at the other Nord and he says, "No, you stay as well. You must get back to Hvita, should we not?" And he shakes his head
Can I
and looks
insight
at you.
check them? Because I have not popped out of a jacket or anything visible until this point. And they're just like super hella chill. Well, I guess they're just chill dudes.
So basically, just take gauging from them. You don't seem to think anything suspicious of them. It might be that they're a little bit more accustomed to you as they do live out in the wilds. It's probably assumed that they have run into other Fey creatures.
Okay, that's what I'm doing. Gauging the Fey accustomedness.
Josh, I have a question on names. You know the three Nords.
Yes.
It's Jormir and Thorin, like the other two. What's the lead one called? So I've got Lormung here, but you keep saying Yorin?
Jorund. Iorund.
Oh, Io. Okay, that's an L. So confused. Okay.
And then Jomar and Thorir. All right. So,
Scuba Steve.
leaving Jomar and Thor behind, Yorin travels with you back out to where the ogres are. Okay. And Otar, I assume you went back with them.
What?
I think Otar just stayed here.
I'm sorry, I mean Andre.
I would have gone with them at that point.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
There we go.
So I guess now we're all together.
Okay. So you all are on this hill overlooking the two ogres. You see they're talking with one another in a deep guttural tongue.
Is it giant?
It might be giant.
Because I
Yeah.
speak giant.
Is it?
I've been waiting for that. No.
Oh,
Shit. I was hoping so.
Oh yeah, shit. So do I.
Just let me double check. They do in fact speak giant, or Jotun, and that is indeed what they are speaking.
Sick. What did they say?
Can any of you go a little closer?
You can try.
It's not my finest stealth.
Oh, that's
They're
perception.
saying-
Okay. So
Wait,
Yeah, I was
Evie,
trying to see-
with a
I was just trying, I was just trying to see if I could hear what they said. Yeah, they're saying like they're having a nice barbecue later. They're invited their friend Carl. He's coming soon.
All right. So with a 14, okay, so you move there, you kind of blending yourself in with the rocks and the snow. They don't seem to notice you. So it almost hurts your brain to listen to their conversation, as it's very, very low intellect, very sloppy. Sometimes you're unsure what exactly it is that they're saying.
Does it sound like
basically,
Americans trying to talk English?
it could be that, yeah.
And which English dominates the world?
The
I
English
imagine
English.
I don't know if if you've played like the newest God of War. I imagine it's like that giant. Or it's a lot of like
So-
Taster who.
And they're basically trading insults as they eat, laughing every once in a while, as apparently seeing as thinking that the insults are quite cunning and keen, and they for their minimal intellect, but they're
like that.
the boar was alive. You could tell from where you were that it was sleeping.
Well, let's go take him out.
Well, that boar might be their pet then. Guess that's the prep drum.
Are we going to try and sneak up and get them, or I could try and talk to them?
As you see, everybody make a stealth check. One of the ogres gets up.
There's that Gorbun stealth.
There it is.
And there's Cora creaking away.
Rattle, 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 rattle.
All right. So as you sit there, you hear at least to most of you, the familiar sound of the ogre peeing in the trees. As you hear like a gush of water splattering into the snow.
Not water.
Right.
And you hear Urka, you say? And you hear the other one. He stands up, said, "I not help you pee." And he laughs and chuckles. As the other, no, I hear something. And the other one, you hear just gas. As he lets a huge fart erupt behind the boar, waking the boar, and he switches spots and comes around.
I would like the boar to do a constitution save to see if he passes out from the ogre fart.
He basically just moves.
Laughing.
He moves away and crawls into the warm spot of where the ogre was sitting. As he's going to
It's
He's going to investigate.
what, the arrow stuck in them?
Well,
Oh fuck, Eric!
He
Merik
was-
shooting. All right.
yeah, he is. That is apparently the plan. He doesn't see anything. So you're shooting this one.
Yep.
Okay. All right. Roll your damage because 19 is definitely going to hit this guy.
While he does that, Evie yells, "Hey there, small dong!"
In giant, Gorbin's gonna be like, "My brothers were being attacked."
And he yells out in pain. Oh! And he turns to the other one, "What small dong?" And the other one says, "You small dong, get them."
We rolling for initiative now?
Yeah, we're gonna roll for initiative and make sure to click your token.
Oh, the shenanigans squad's back.
That's no-
Oh,
Damn it, Bobby.
God damn it, Evie.
I
Good
can't
job,
see by the way.
guys.
Oh shit, that's nat 20, isn't it?
Yeah. I can ruin my
You
moment.
guys just quit fucking critting every goddamn roll.
I can't see. Do I have a token on the table?
Oh. Yeah, you're there. I don't know why you have the dark vision, right? I don't know why you couldn't see.
Yeah. I think it's something.
Oh,
Some setting.
really?
Yes.
He was
Hold
moving around. He was acting with the tokens as well.
No, I wasn't.
Performance. No, Josh was. He was moving.
Oh.
around. Forwards.
Yeah, I wasn't moving. I was like, I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, whenever he went to go piss in the trees, he actually went over to the trees. It was nice.
I put you on the wrong layer. Sorry, hold on.
I'm just disappointed there wasn't sound
You were
effects.
just literally part of the background.
Yeah, you know, that's what people usually put
Quite
me
the
as.
stealth roll there.
It's game breaking, really.
All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Who are we missing?
I was coughing too much, so get a good roll.
That was a good bong rip.
Yeah, right. Jesus.
Missing Edie.
Sheesh.
No,
No,
I'm
Edie's
sorry.
there.
No, we're not. Who the heck are we missing?
I just rolled. I'm on the very bottom now.
Merik?
Yeah, we got
One,
everybody.
2,
I don't see
3,
Merik.
4, 5,
Yep,
you did.
6,
There's
Merik got
7.
11. Yeah, we're
Yeah.
all here.
I just rolled
Okay.
late. I just happened to get also last position.
Yeah,
All
he
right.
was in the back.
So, yeah, Merik, you open it up. You surprise not just the ogre, but you surprise your own team.
I
Basically,
said something. They just didn't hear.
exactly. And so you launch that arrow. Protrudes from the ogre's shoulder. Obviously, definitely not your best shot, but you do in fact hit it as it yells out in pain. And so, top of the round, we're going to start off with Evie.
Okay, so I move here, and then for my bonus action, I am going to invasive thoughts. The ogre just below me, and I'm going to go. It's behind you. In giant.
All right.
And then I'm going to peg a knife at him.
All right. So, and you see he turns around, looking behind him, and you hit him dead center in the back with a knife. All right. So he's like, "Who that?" And he turns and thoop, knife stuck in thick muscles on his back. Oh, he's quite pissed at the moment. But good move.
And then I'm just going to just move back. It was 15 feet either way.
Okay. All right, Otar, you are up.
Nope, I was muted.
Yep.
I am going to go right here, take out both both hammers that I have, and just throw them both at this guy's head, because they're both light weapons.
The guy directly south?
Yep.
All right, the first one you throw, it gets caught up in the branches of that tree and causing it to go off target. Lands harmlessly in the snow. However, the second one, you do in fact hit him pretty hard.
Yep. So that was about 15 feet. So I'm just going to move 15 feet back, and I'm just going to kind of beckon him. Just kind of like, come on, your turn.
All right, you thunk him with that hammer. Takes some damage there. You also hit him in the back as he hadn't quite finished turning around yet. It has whacked him as he turned. It hits him more on the side, the back side, around the ribs, as he bellows out in pain. All right, and that'll bring us to Clover.
Let me see how far my little butterfly wings can take me. That doesn't
Clover's
seem
first
right.
actual fight.
Okay, it is snapping. I'm like, that doesn't seem right for a minute there. I don't know how far I can get up from there. I'm gonna hide in this tree.
All right. All right. Nice. You are hidden.
That's my turn.
Okay. Cora. Or Miss Clanks a lot.
Hey. I'm about heavy armor dude with no dexterity bonus.
That's all right. When everybody else is on the ground bleeding, you'll still be standing.
That is where I will be standing. And is there an action I can use to keep at the ready? Like if someone steps within my range of attack, I'll get an opportunity.
Ready to attack. Yeah. So you say
Yeah.
the trigger, and then on your turn you use your reaction to attack. So say like,
Okay.
oh, whenever he gets within 5 feet, I'll use my attack action.
Okay.
Yep.
All right.
Basically, like a triggered event. You know. All right.
Okay.
Excellent. So you're holding your attack.
Right.
All right. Merik.
All right.
All right. Let's see here. All right. So 10 is not going to hit. It sails just over the one's shoulder and lands somewhere beyond in the darkness.
Yeah, I'm going to. No, that's good. That's fine.
Okay. All right. Corbin.
Okay. Where am I at? Okay. 20. Oh, cool. Okay. I'm gonna run right up to this ogre.
Not
And
again.
giant, I'm gonna be like, oh, bonus action. I'm gonna go ahead and not that
AC thing.
one. Where's my that one? Bonus action. I'm gonna go ahead and eat my croquette madame. So I have 18 AC now. I'm gonna run over to this guy and giant say, I'm gonna fuck you up, you little dong. And
Horrible.
damn that man.
That is definitely a hit.
6 damage.
All right. All right. You smack him with that frying pan in basically in the knee as he turns around, begins hopping up and down as apparently hurt him relatively bad. As he's definitely letting the world know. Oh! Orgog, you will smash him! And gonna bring us to Andre.
Yes. Let's see. Well, I won't do anything too fancy unless things get dangerous. So let me go to here. As close as I can get. Right there. And I'm going to be simple and just shoot a firebolt.
Okay, let's see it.
19.
That is gonna hit.
And it's going to do 4 fire damage.
Same guy, right?
Yep, this one right here.
All right. It explodes on his chest as he's forced to put down his injured knee to retain balance, and they are then going to act. All right, Corbin, what is your AC?
18.
It doesn't matter. Sorry. It hits you.
Fine, Corbin.
Okay.
Smacks you. Actually, it's going to smack you with a fist. He left his club over at the fire. So that is actually 6 points of bludgeoning damage as he just takes a wild swing at you, connecting basically with your jaw. You see stars for a few seconds as it was a powerful swing.
A little bit of blood. I spit it out. Is that all
6.
you fucking got?
6.
Yeah.
Just
I was about to say, oh my god.
That may very well have been if he had his club, like this guy does. So.
Oh.
Yep.
We should have probably taken him out
I know
first.
which one I'm going after.
I'll see if I can't disarm him or something next round.
Oh,
All
I get
right. Yeah, Cora, he charges into your threatening range as he wields his great club.
no!
Oh no! A critical. Let me open my critical
Damage.
table.
That's
Yeah, nice shot. I always, if I don't open the crit table, please remind me to. It's not
Josh,
just.
open
True to fail to remind you every time it's a fail.
So which weapon is it that you're using?
Longsword.
Okay, you're not using the mace. Okay, cool.
The mace is currently being held by Merik.
Gotcha. Okay, so slashing weapon. Give me a D100.
Okay.
Yes, you are, Clover. All right, 71. All right. So, wow, this one's gruesome. All right. So as he approaches, he's kind of like he's coming uphill, so he's bent forward a little bit. And as he enters your ranges, just as he's ready to stand fully up to confront you, you take your longsword and you just shove it directly into its eye, blinding one of his, just completely removing his eye, and it penetrates pretty deep on the thrust as you do 15 points of damage. Wow. That is a nice roll. So he lets out a bellow as he's grabbing at his eye. Then there's 25, 30. Gorbin, you hear something coming through the trees as
The 4.
it charges you. All right, I need a strength save.
All right.
Okay.
Ask him if he
All
wants
right,
to run.
you are not knocked prone,
Sweet.
but however, you take 7 points of slashing damage from the tusks.
Okay.
Oh, Gorbin.
It just rakes you across, basically across the leg with that one of those sharp tusks. You let out a cry of pain as it was pretty brutal. However, you're able to stand your ground and you do not fall over.
My
That was-
boyfriend. We don't need to do this. We don't need to fight. Fuck these guys.
All right.
You can understand me, by the way.
Yeah, it very well can, and will. Your action has already taken place. Although speaking as a free action, if you're going to try to convince it otherwise, that'll be next round, and that'll be
Okay, yeah.
basically like your
Yeah.
bonus action. So we're going to start the top of the round back with Evie.
Okie donkey.
Basically, what you saw from where you're at, you saw Cora take out the ogre that charged up the hill at you, takes out its eye. It's standing there reeling, one hand on its bloody eye, and the other hand still holding the great club. However, the one in front of Gorbin, you see that he's been beat pretty badly. He's got a scorch mark on his chest. And you see that through a burst of snow, you see that the boar came charging through the couple of trees there, goring Gorbin in the leg pretty badly. What do you do?
Okay.
Gorbin would actually say, "Don't kill the boar. He's a good boy. Don't kill him."
So Evie's going to move here, and then she is going to. She's just going to attack the guy that Cora's attacking. He's the one with the club, isn't he? So she's going to go for his. She's going to try and like stab his wrist or something.
Okay, let's see it. All right, you slash with the dagger. Let's see your damage. 9 points of damage. You slash him across the forearm, missing the wrist, but you get him across the forearm pretty nicely, opening up a big gash. He lets out a scream, now realizing you're there. He is going to have disadvantage on his attack rolls, but all right. Let's move on. Otar.
So still new on this whole flanking thing. If I go right here, would I have flanking?
Yeah. He basically at that point you're like surrounding him.
Okay, I read up on it. So what I read was like if you draw a line, I'm not sure.
Yeah, I use different rules than what's in the player's handbook.
Okay.
Because I think what's in there is a little bit confusing, and I think it's too limited.
Okay.
It's just my opinion.
Yeah, no, you're good.
Do monsters flank us?
Yes, they can.
Okay. I was just curious if that was a one-way thing.
Oh yeah,
no, it's happened to me. It's happened to me a couple times.
If you remember back to the assassins on the bridge.
Yes.
Where they almost killed you. Yeah, they were all flanking you, and they got natural 20s because of that. Anyway, I digress. 22 is going to hit. 12 is, believe it or not, going to hit as well. So you do.
Okay, I'll take it.
They're not known for their armor. They're actually, you looking, they're other than like some flimsy, what might be deer skins thrown over their shoulders, they're pretty much bare chested. All right, so you attack that one. I smell Fruit Loops.
Sorry.
I don't. All of a sudden, out of nowhere, I smell Fruit Loops. What the hell? Sorry. Anyway, I digress.
You still have a stroke.
Yeah, right. All right, Clover. Oh, I'm sorry, Clover. Last round, you wanted to attack. I am sorry. Go ahead and roll that.
I did not.
Oh, you didn't hit.
You
It
heard.
was good.
Okay, yeah. You can absolutely strike if you want to fly up. This one is wounded. This one is partially blind and surrounded. Or there's always the boar. You can do something in that as well. Oh, you can continue.
You would notice that Gorbin is really fucked up.
Yes, I would like to land on this guy's head. If that's okay.
Okay. And he tries to look at you cross-eyed above his forehead.
Just because it might be relevant. And I'd like to tell the boar, if you ditch these losers and you come with us, we will feed you and you can go on epic adventures. If you do not, they are going to eat you.
Make a persuasion check. At advantage because
Charismatic.
Because Gorbin is also saying very similar things.
Well, I'm really charismatic right now.
Nice.
Dang.
Wow.
Yeah,
All
natural
right.
20.
So the boar, whereas they don't have a language, you can tell by his body language that he is basically the pig sits. It basically sits in the snow, and you see its little stump of a tail like flapping in the snow.
The pig is really a Decepticon with that roll.
So I just kind of pat my hands, and then I pat my hands on the head of the giant, and I hope for the best.
I totally did not see that coming. As you saw, like that thing is lethal. And he is big. Like, he's taking up a 5-foot square. He's legitimately taking up a 5-foot square.
Yeah, he's a dire boar, right?
No, he's not even a dire boar. He's
Oh,
literally
he's a really big
giant.
boar. Holy shit!
Yeah, he's
They
a
are
giant
really big
boar.
and dangerous animals. They are a serious problem, actually, guys.
So yeah.
Am I
Well-
able to take the dodge action?
Well, you can absolutely try if he does decide to attack you.
Just sit on his head. Then if he attacks you, he'll knock himself in his conch.
You got it. That's the concept, anyway. We're gonna.
All right. All right. Cora, it is your turn.
I'm gonna hold my ground and slash.
You're
And now I
gonna
got
flash.
advantage. So
Flash! Oh!
Master,
22
All right,
for 10
that is
damage.
that is a hit. All right.
And
You slash him across the chest, drawing a line of blood from basically his hip to his shoulder, as it bellows out in pain. And as you do that, we come up upon Merik's turn.
how far can you move in a bonus action? Just 5 feet?
Bonus action?
Yeah.
You can't move with the bonus.
You can't
action.
move both bonus action. You can move 30 feet though on your turn.
Oh, okay. All right.
However, if you move out of the threatened range, he does get an attack of opportunity.
Yeah, I ain't doing it. I'm just
Yeah, the
gonna
only reason
circle.
the only reason Clover or whatever can move for her bonus action is because she's at road.
Yeah,
All right.
disengage, right?
Which one are you casting that on? The one directly in front of you, this one?
I think he's testing.
Oh no, sorry. I was just testing it.
Oh, sorry. I missed that. I had the Skype chat box was covering that part. Okay. All right. And Merik. Merik, if you're there. Are you there?
Check that mute.
All right. So we're going to hold Merik's action for a moment. All right. Cora, you basically scrambled basically underneath it, coming up on the other side of him.
Yeah,
It's
I realized.
Back in, he would probably shoot the one who had his eye stabbed.
Okay. Can you roll for him? Or do you need me to?
I am not there. I moved
Oh.
out, guys. I'm a big kid now.
You're a big kid now. Yay. All right. Let me go ahead and grab his sheet. And
Yeah, that means Mike has to have his own microphone.
I was wondering how that was working. I'm like, wow, I can hear them both. And wow.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
You can pick it up.
Longbow.
Nice.
And that was as Merik as I could possibly do for him. He sinks an arrow into the ogre, just dead center of the chest.
If you're doing it like Merik, it would have been either natural 20 or natural 1. Let's be honest.
Well, hey, an 18 ain't bad. That's not too shabby. He sinks it into his chest. And you see, it grabs hold of the arrow and breaks it as you hear it is wheezing. Did some pretty serious damage there. And Gorbin, you are now up.
Bonus action. I'll go ahead and eat a cake.
All right. You stuff your face. However, you do see that the boar is sitting down like a good boy. Well, you know what? 5 points is
Better
fine.
than nothing. Yeah, better than nothing.
You only need one to be alive.
Mm-hmm. That's the truth.
And then I'll go ahead and slap this fucking ogre that's in my face with a frying pan.
I cheer.
All right. I'm going to consider him flanked as Clover is on top of his head.
Okay.
Range cantrip melee with disadvantage.
I don't think range spells have the same disadvantages like archery does.
Yeah, you can do that. For bludgeoning.
And then I'll look over to the boar. You're such a good boy. You're such a good little piggy. Go fuck up the ogres.
Oh no, don't do that. He might get hit.
Then he'll be already all squished up for stew.
That's a good point. Yeah, good little boar. Go
He'll
run
be
away.
acting as
And I'm
literally
gonna
a meat shield.
And I'm going to say, due to your low roll of the cake, there's one tiny little bite left. You toss it to it as it catches it in the air and eats it.
Run away. Takes 2 attack opportunities and dies. Oh.
Oh, guys, it's a valiant deed.
Well, they probably wouldn't wait their reaction on their.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, at least they raised to react.
Yeah.
All right. And Andre.
I'm gonna just stay not in club range. This seems like a good idea for me. Yeah, I'm not gonna change it up. I'm gonna stick with Firebolt.
What, you don't want to come to the club with us?
Yeah, I'm good. Yeah, it's
All
not really
right.
my scene.
That is a hit.
And 17. Jesus Christ, 2.
It's going to be 9.
Is it gonna? All right, it's up to you. That's your
Which one are you hitting?
the same one that's been messing up with Gorbon because I'm kind of worried
Okay.
he might not survive.
All right. You land the firebolt dead center its chest again, just next to it, almost as if you're beginning to make a smiley face on its chest. It lets out a bellow of pain, and it is now their turn. As said Ogre 1 is going to take a swing. And we're going to go... Cora, you're 18 AC?
20.
Okay. All right. He actually hits you with his great club. Ouch. All right. Turn. He basically like following you with his eyes or eye. Actually, he has disadvantage. He misses you. You took out his eye.
Oh,
Nice.
Fuck yeah.
He's unable to completely focus as you go past him. He literally blindly takes a swing. Evie ducks out of the way of it as comes sailing at you, but it's well off the mark.
Death
Hitting-
perception's a bitch.
Hitting the board.
curiosity, how bad was it, Josh?
It was going to be like 17 points of damage.
Oh,
Uh,
yeah, that's right.
Yeah. But no, I forgot. I said he was going to have disadvantage because you took his eyeball out. However,
You also said
Gorbun.
he was going to have disadvantage because I slashed his wrist.
Oh, he was going to have disadvantage one way or another, but you can't have double disadvantage. That would just be advantage.
But you can have disadvantage that gives you advantage, that gives you super advantage.
Yeah.
Which is a dumb thing, but in the rules.
So the ogre punches you, Corbin. You take 10 points of damage. And as he punches you, he's turning his head back and forth, trying to see.
I am on 1 health.
Oh, sorry. Which one is the eye out? Is it the bottom right or top left?
Top left.
The one that's above me.
Oh, okay.
Yep. And
One
that
health
one,
hero.
this one, he is in a bad way. The boar travels back to the fire and sits and watches.
And cooks
And
himself.
sets himself
Such a
ablaze.
good
Yep.
boy.
Yep.
Such a good boy.
Everybody thought it.
All right. And that is going to bring us top of the round. Evie, what do you got?
I can move here with that attack of opportunity, can't I?
Corbin's coughing up blood.
Does that still count as being next to him?
Still within
or-
5 feet.
You're still within you're still within melee range. Yeah, that's still 5 feet.
I'm
so.
just trying to find somewhere where I can cast a spell at this one without hitting Gorbun. I assume Clover's not really in the way.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it
Okay,
depends on what
so-
player casting it is, really.
I'm going to cast something that probably wouldn't actually matter because... Oh,
Which one did you cast that at?
bottom right.
All right. It lets out a yell. Oh, my head. As he fails to save.
Sweet. So he'll subtract a d4 from his next saving throw, whatever that is for.
That's a good spell.
All right.
Yeah, I found it, so I just got rid of Fire Bolt.
It's like
So,
Bane, but with like damage.
Less damage. I have a lot less damage now, but I thought for RP.
But it fits your character. Nice.
Yeah, it's like Bane with damage, though. It's sick.
All right. So that's okay. We barely heard anything, but I could tell you that it was you that was doing it. All right, Evie, you use your spell. Give him a little bit of a headache. And Otar. That is going to miss.
Darn. Okay, well, I'm going to give this guy the old one, too. Oh, wait, it's advantage still, so it's actually 16 to hit on the second strike.
All right, so yes, you hit on the 16.
And then on the third strike, it's going to be a natural 20.
All right.
And I am trying to do this non-lethally, if I can.
Roll the damage on the second.
So that's instead of 1, it's going to be 10 plus 1, so 11. Because we maxed the first, I think. And whatever the critical roll table does.
Roll D100.
I kind of love that we have a table now for it.
84. Uh-oh.
Oh no, what did I do?
All right, as it's kind of turns towards you, hearing you next to it, you hit it once, and as you strike its rib cage, dead center, you hear the crack as it ooh, and you come back around for that last attack. And it is by far a ridiculously powerful strike as you hear crunch as he lets out a gasp of air and followed by blood spewing from his mouth as you can feel like basically there is an indentation in his chest where you basically snapped his
No.
ribs.
Oh.
Well, that got
As,
X-rated.
Oh fuck,
That was
dude.
non-lethal as fuck, dude.
Oh.
Yeah, because you rolled a net 20 on that second hit. That was that. That's yeah. Basically, he collapses into the ground. Nice.
So he's dead? Darn. Okay.
Yep, he is definitely dead. As he lands, his head's off to the side between his eye socket, his empty eye socket, bleeding out, and just the blood flowing out of his mouth at this point. He is 100% gone.
I'm going to run over to this guy, man. I'm going to say, I didn't mean to do that. Keep this one alive at least. We need to get some answers.
All right, Clover.
Well, I was about to stab him in the eye, but since you asked so nicely,
That's really
You
right
stab him
up
in
your
the eye,
alley.
just don't cut his tongue off.
Or don't stab him where his brain could be right behind, because look at his walnut head.
yeah, I'll lean over, wave in his face, and stab him in the ear.
All right, let's see it.
We see he still needs to hear us, or else... Oh my God.
All
He's got
right,
two
let's see the damage.
I get a sneak attack, right? What's a sneak attack? A D6?
Yeah,
For
it is.
second level, I
Yep.
believe so, yeah.
Yeah, I think it's still six. Yeah, I believe it's still D6.
Still D6.
Yep.
It goes up 30.
Yep.
Oh.
Nice.
So
Well,
what's your dagger damage?
Oh, I
click
didn't
the-
roll the damage on that?
You have
No.
to click dagger on.
Yeah, you have to
Yeah,
click the
click dagger.
dagger.
I did, little jerk.
No, the okay.
Plus your
I
dex.
didn't
12
program
plus
it right.
2, so
Plus your dex.
that's 6 plus 3. And then, if you want to, you can also roll a second attack, because dual wielding. Because the dagger...
I don't.
Well,
Are
I-
you? Do you do dual wield, Clover? I
You
don't.
you can with a bonus action. You
I
just don't get your ability modifier
can?
on the second one.
Yeah.
Yeah, you need the either I think it's the fighting style or the feat for you to be able to get the
Ability score, yeah.
Yeah.
But you can still attack, it just won't do as much damage.
Oh,
Yeah.
I didn't know this. This is
Yeah.
good
I'm just gonna hit
news.
the button again.
Yeah.
Just in case.
anybody can dual wield, just not as good on the second hit.
Yeah, Otar can only
Well-
do 2 attacks because Moxie.
That's going to be a hit as well.
They're
That's just
really
one
small
damage.
daggers, guys.
All right, you stick the dagger basically into its ear, drawing blood, and and it goes to swat you. It hits himself in the ear, holding that bloody remains of his ear. He's not hearing anything out of that ear, and probably ever again. All right, well done. And that's going to take us to Cora.
Yeah, I don't know why it's not rolling. I'm gonna have to figure that out, guys.
Yeah, I don't know. If you click the word dagger where you rolled, that'll bring it up.
Yeah, that's what I did, and I programmed it right.
Go into the cog and go to the settings, like the cog in your character sheet, and click auto damage roll.
5
You see it?
damage, John.
All right, you hit him. Get him. Basically, you get him across the lower leg as he yells out in pain. And Merik, are you there?
Yeah, is that
Okay,
little board moving?
Yay, thank you.
the boar is with you guys now. I
Yeah,
rolled
Boar's
for
good guy. Don't shoot Boar.
Yeah, I rolled for you before, and it was very Merik-like. You nailed an ogre for max damage. So,
Okay.
all right. Yep, the only one remaining is this one.
I'm not gonna fire into the crowd.
Okay.
Otar also said, I don't know if you're here to like leave it alive.
Can I just be doing like a little Irish jig on his head?
Sure.
Tap dancing on his bald head.
Yeah, exactly.
It's the dance of my people.
Trying to emphasize his headache, just aggravated a bit.
All right. So, Merik, are you just going to hold your action?
Yeah.
Okay. Gorbun. This guy has gone and messed you up pretty badly.
This guy is. Well, I'll go with what Otar said. I'll try and just knock him out, not kill him. I have advantage though.
Yeah, thankfully you do. So let's see.
I was about to say, no, you won't.
As basically what happens is simultaneously between Cora, Clover sticking the thing in the ear with a dagger, and then as you're swinging, it is like ducking its head down and grasping its ear. Unfortunately, what happens is you club it dead center in the top of its dome, as it lets out a yell as and you also hear, oh, what the heck just happened on Roll20? What are you doing here, Roll20? What the heck? They really need to fix this. Sorry. All right. You hit it so hard. You hit it with the frying pan. You're not meaning to do that much damage, but it just ducks into the swing, and you would hit it square in the top of the head as you just see blood trickle down the front of its face. Basically, you just cracked its skull like an egg as it drops to its knees and falls face forward in the snow.
I'm also going to eat an orange cake. Another one.
All right.
Good deal. Like, I was near death.
Unfortunately, you have killed both of the ogres. You can tell, like, nobody intended to necessarily. Well, Otar, you know you did not intend to hit it, but you hit it way too hard. Matter of not knowing your own strength. And Gorbun, you were trying.
I did it on purpose. No, I did it on purpose. This guy fucked me up. Fuck this guy.
I'm totally gonna not kill him. Puts his all into it.
Yeah, don't worry, Otar. Fuck this guy.
Frying pan to the face. Yeah. And there are two dead ogres lying in the snow, bleeding out. The boar sits expectantly, sitting over by the fire, as you do remember you had promised it food.
Did we lose the Nord?
What's up?
Did we lose the Nord?
He's there too. Sorry. He was taking actions. He was firing from a bow as well as you.
Just very bad at it.
I give him the best tasting slop.
You didn't need him. He accompanied you. I knew you didn't need him. So, all right. So yeah, you give the boar some scraps. As you know, it being a pig, it really doesn't care what you give it. Oinking the whole way. It basically licks your hand clean.
You're a good little boy. Let me think. What should I call you? I think I'll call you Rowan.
Oinky McOinkerson.
I was gonna call him Beavis, but that works too.
I can't do it. I'm sick.
I'm gonna go.
Wait for it. You almost had it.
collect the loot.
You know what? You look so good. I'm just
that
gonna call you
is-
babe.
All right, that go ahead and make an investigation check.
Oh. Oh.
Going over there expectantly, you find that they're really just a pile of logs.
Hi.
Splintered. It looks like they just smashed a tree, and we're going to use that to burn later in the evening.
Oh, okay. I'm just gonna say, do you want to camp out here? We already have a logs cut for the fire. I didn't see anything in there, but there could be.
Everything's already set up at the other place.
Oh God, I'm so good with this animal.
Okay then.
Oh
Hey,
God, me and Evert's like fucking killing it.
All right,
Me and Clover.
both of you your best friend now. Clover, you can definitely ride it.
Yes.
I mean, you're only like a foot tall, so I mean, this thing is giant. It's very big.
Oh my god, Clover riding a wild boar.
He runs much faster than I do.
Globun,
10
you
feet.
can collect the firewood with me. I'm gonna take all the firewood that I can, but I know he has bigger arms. Like,
Okay. You guys
Longer.
gather up the remainder of the firewood. It's green wood, but it is pine. So if there is a fire going back at your camp, it'll probably catch relatively fast with the pine sap. Doesn't take too long.
Check the ogres for anything.
Okay. Checking the ogres. You find 7 copper pieces. In 12 moonstones. And additionally, you find amongst some stuff that you'd rather not touch, you see that there is a severed finger, complete with a ring inside one of their pouches, as if they couldn't get the ring off of somebody's finger, and they yanked the entire finger off.
Classic.
Does it look like a Nordic design?
Make an investigation check. And I'll tell you what you find out. All right. It is definitely Nord in make.
Who's punching their microphone?
Somebody's typing close to the mic. That's what it is.
Typing, that makes sense.
I've been trying to figure out what it was. I figured it out a little while ago, but that's okay. I think it's Caden typing furiously.
Nope, I'm
It
muted.
could also be me. I have found that the sounds that the Mac makes are weird because all the sounds are like internal.
Yeah,
I would like to detect magic, please.
I purposely got us quiet.
I was kind of looked to see how old that finger looked.
Yeah, okay. So medicine. You're not entirely sure. Their packs are dirty the way it is, so it's very hard to get a clear date. But by the smell and the discoloration of it, you're gonna guess that it's probably 3 or 4 days old. And you do notice that the ring, it is in fact Nord, and it does have the markings on it. It is basically has the runes dedicated to the god of Thrym.
Is it magical?
God of frost giants and cold.
Oh, I'll do the detect magic.
I already did, so you don't have to.
Detect magic.
I was going to do it ritually. Oh, you've got a ritual as well. Sweet.
It is
Yeah.
actually not magical.
Weird. I wonder why they couldn't get it off.
But it is made out of silver. No
I'll try and
stone.
pull the.
Basically, it
pull
would
the ring
almost. You what?
I'll try and pull the ring off.
Give me a strength check.
Do I have advantage because I'm
What
strong
the
body?
fuck?
Where's the...
Sorry, they're in my spell book. They're just
He's
I
yeah.
just lent on my keyboard.
Okay. No need to. Don't roll. You yank the ring off. Little bit of the gore comes with it, but you shake it off and clean it off in the snow. It is a silver ring. There's no stone on it, but it is etched with the god of the frost giants and the cold, Thrym.
Okay.
There is a power rune on one side and a protection rune on the other. But again, it's not magical.
Hey, okay. If I can read that, okay. I'll give it to Evie. Here. I don't believe in them much, but if it'll give you a little bit of protection, I want to protect my little sister. Here.
Anybody want to do a religion check? Or no? Anybody who has any background in
Would
Norse?
I have an advantage on this? Because of my past?
Yep. All right. Wow. You guys are very knowledgeable. All right. So the god Thrym is one of the Nord gods. Evil. An evil god of cold and frost giants.
Never mind, don't take that ring.
And basically,
I hand it back.
Thrym is, I mean, basically in the Nord pantheon, there really is no true good versus evil. They all kind of work together, but they do have their own motives, and designs and whatnot. So, I mean, I guess in the grand scheme of things, it would definitely be considered an evil god, as it does associate itself with frost giants, which are definitely evil. However, the hand that came from was that of probably a human or humanoid.
You mind if I see that?
Sure, here.
I'm gonna take it. Does anybody need it?
I'm having flashbacks right now.
I'm gonna toss it in the fire.
Well, I
What?
could have used it.
You tossed the ring in the fire?
Yep.
Okay. You tossed the silver ring in the fire, and it sits in the fire.
I'll grab it out with my knife.
There's no need for that.
I
We
could
can
fucking
get other
melt it down
rings.
for money. Like, fuck that.
We have enough money. I don't need that cursed object.
It's not magical. It's not cursed. I put it in my pocket.
Just because something's not magical doesn't mean it's not cursed.
Circle of life. I killed this thing. I get
What?
spoiled, you know?
I don't think that's how it works, but okay. Just make sure you melt that shit down. I don't
Speaking
need
of
any
which,
of that.
I would like to harvest these ogres.
Ogre stew.
Well, if you remember, one of them has a small ween, so you know.
All right. So, all right. So, did we or did we not leave it in the fire?
No, I put it in my pocket.
All right. It didn't get too hot by the time you got it out. So, all right. You have a ring of Thrym in your pocket.
Cool.
Not to be confused with the Ring of Quim.
Right. Exactly. Why isn't my pen working?
Yeah. Otar is just going to walk away disapprovingly back to the Nords.
All right. Well, you guys hike back. And let me switch back over.
I want to walk over to Cora real quick.
You
Cora,
what?
I'm going to walk over to Cora real quick as she's like walking away in disgust.
Yeah.
Cora, what's the problem?
What? Well, number one, that ring's a totem for gods of nefarious intent. And number two, why are you harvesting these creatures?
It's a circle of life. It's how nature works. It'd be disrespectful to kill them for no reason.
Things die for no reason every day. Just
Yeah, but
set
then
it on fire, give it a decent burial.
it's consumed by nature in the end. Everything is consumed by nature after you die.
I don't think anybody here is interested in consuming ogre.
Have you ever tried it?
No. I tend to try to eat non-sentient beings.
Well, some of that
pretty
soup I
dumb.
made. Some of that soup I made for you had some kobold meat in there. Did you know that?
Thanks for the heads up. I'll make sure I dodge that one next time.
Do you know what they would have done if they would have killed you? Ate you.
But they didn't, and they won't.
That's why we killed them. So I'm
Otar's
gonna eat them.
Otar's gonna walk over and kind of push back Gorbon just a little bit. Leave her be. If she doesn't want to eat the fucking ogre, don't make her.
She doesn't have to. I'm just letting her understand.
I'm gonna take out an ale bottle and I'm just gonna hand it to her. So this is for me, but you just feel like you need it. Let's go. We don't need to watch this shite.
You respect your gods, I respect mine. Ijin is watching over me as I hunt these creatures down and harvest them for their parts.
Fuck the gods.
She just lets Otar walk.
Lightning strikes up. No, I'm kidding.
Does that
Our
mean you ate the devils and demons and all that too?
Yeah. 100%, yeah.
All right. So, so as you guys get back to camp, the two guards, Jomar and Thor, they greet you, and basically, party is just gruntled, and that ends yet again. But we are going to call it there for the night as you all bed down for the evening. And hopefully nothing happens in the meantime. All right. Well done. Very good session, guys. That was fantastic.
That was fun.
Yeah.
We
That's
gained a
some good RP.
and a new namesake.
We're
Good
just
old
collecting
RP there.
animals.
We've learned that now 2 of the members of our party have been zombies.
I'm not a zombie. You guys are racist.
Yeah, sure, Andre. Yeah, I believe you.
Is zombie a race?
Yeah,
Borderline
it's a creature, right?
I feel like
zombies.
zombie really is a
It's a
condition.
state of being. It's a state of mind, man.
I guess, yeah. But like, you
Yeah,
stop
at least
being
I-
your old race and you become a zombie,
Biologically
right?
damaged people.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, that's true.
Or a lactose?
At least-
What's the skunk called?
We got
Oh, Odell.
sociopath.
Odell.
Oh, the skunk is
Skunk is-
Odell, and then the donkey
Yeah.
is Leothandor.
Yes.
What are we calling the
The
wild
pig?
boar?
Rowan
The
Beavis.
boar?
Rowan.
Rowan, his full name is Rowan Beavis.
And then we're gonna get like a pet dragon. It's like, oh no, yeah, that's Leaf. Yeah, that's
You know, the pet
Alright.
dragon is still going to be Wobber. It's going to be the same guy.
No,
Oh.
I'm waiting for a pet cat so we can name it Leaf. Even though I'm scared of cats.
All right. So I'm going to get going because I do have work in the morning. Having a day off was nice, but I got to go back tomorrow. So,
Of course.
all right. Had a good time. That was a much better session. And we shall see if you guys get to Hvita next week.
Yeah.
All
Night,
right.
everybody.
All right. Good night.